Alright, we're back with part 3 of PFF run defense grading. Only a couple plays here. Shouldn't take too long. You'll see the first one's already diagrammed up on the screen. We have a pin and pull, so you're going to have some down blocks occurring here on interior defenders. Either one or multiple front side linemen pulling around, leading on this run where the back takes outside zone footwork. And you'll see as I move this forward a little bit here what you can expect pre-snap from the defense. 21 in force off this tight end. You got the two linebackers here, Clay Matthews in the A gap, 51 here in the B gap, and you see underneath they're going to be flowing with pullers. They got to be able to see those pullers, and then you see the expected gaps of the defensive front up here. So the first thing I'm going to point out and we're going to look at is number 53 right here on the tight end. He gets head up in a 6 technique playing the C gap. And as I let this run, you see the tight end's going to down block him and try to throw him in there. And what he does is he stays inside that block and he tries to work up field. And the reason he does that is because they're hoping either he picks off one of these pullers that's coming around, or he plays as a post to one of these other defensive linemen and can kind of pick off, in this case, the guard, so that 76 can work over top, which he is able to do here. He picks off the guard, 76 can work over top. So 53 is going to be a 0 grade right here. Does his job within the defense. A positive worthy play for him if he's staying inside this block fighting upfield would be if he was able to pick off one of these pullers and keep him from getting around to the edge. That would earn him a positive. Next guy we're going to look at is 76. As I described, he's that B-gap player. He gets down blocked on by the tackle. Once the tackle down blocks him, he tries to use the pick by the outside linebacker, or a nickel defensive end in this case, and pop over top of this block, which he does. So everything to here is good. He's doing his job within the structure of the defense. He has a chance to make the tackle for a short gain to earn a positive. Instead, he gets stiff-armed and misses the tackle, which is going to earn him a negative for the missed tackle right here for 76. Rest of the defensive linemen, 90. As I let this run, is an A-gap player. Poor at the beginning of the play, and then you want him to fight across here and enter into pursuit on this pin and pull play, so this isn't particularly good by number 90. And then the backside defensive end just can't get there fast enough when he's unblocked trying to make the chase tackle. Second level defenders, first guy we're going to start with is 21 on the edge, force player. You see the pin and pullers come around for him. That right guard eyeing him up. 21's making sure he stays forced, keeps his outside arm free. Ball cuts up. He does his job. Next guy we're going to look at is 52. Inside linebacker right here. Sees the pullers, flows with them over top, and he does a good job clearly trying to turn this back inside, keeping his outside arm free of the second block right here. Stays on his feet from the cut, so everything he does is fine as well. Another 0 grade. Last guy we're going to look at is 51, this backside linebacker, who's a B-gap player, and once these pullers are gone, he has to see that and be able to flow over top, which he does not do. He's in position pre-snap to where this tackle should not be able to reach and get to him and cut him off at the second level. And as I let this run, the tackle takes a really good angle to him at the second level, squares him up, and now his color is covered. He is not in a position to make a play, and the back, if the back was coming vertical here, would have a two-way cut on him because he's squared up. So this is definitely a -1 worthy play for 51. He eventually winds up getting completely reached and cut off, where 76 now misses a tackle and Forte's in the open field. Your safety has to make a bailout tackle. So again, this is going to be a -1 worthy play for the linebacker, and you're going to have a minus on the 3 technique here for missing the tackle. Last guy I'm going to talk about is going to be this free safety in the middle of the field coming downhill. In an open field tackle, the best this free safety can do is make the tackle. That's the best job he can do within this defense. The only other thing he can do is miss this tackle because of the way the run played out. If he misses the tackle, obviously that's a big time negative when you're the last line of defense. So in reverse of that, when he makes the tackle, we are going to give him the plus 0.5 for making the really defense saving last line of defense tackle right here, plus 0.5 for 33 in the open field. Next play, going to be the last one we talk about. It's just a draw. Really the keys you're looking for on draw plays is how does everyone react transferring from pass to run. So you see pre-aligned gaps and all that stuff. How does everyone react transferring from pass to run, and then especially on the second level, do they get out leveraged in their block? So the first thing you're going to see as far as defensive line goes, no one on the defensive line gets stuck in pass rush mode. They all transfer very well to run defense. The edge players are really kind of bull rushing, which is going to help them transfer anyway. Interior defenders are doing a good job. They're being stout. So everyone in the defensive line is 0 worthy. If somebody would have came off, made a tackle, that would be plus 0.5 worthy. Linebacker wise, 54 does a very good job on his initial diagnose, recognizing the draw, and he starts playing back into the run fit very early. 91 on the left side of your screen is going to be a little later, gets a little too wide in his pass drop, but then does react enough and come downhill enough to keep a 0 on this play. As I keep going here, tight end coming up to 54. 54 is able to read where the ball cut, sheds outside that tight end's block to the ball, and gets in on a tackle for a short gain. That is definitely a positive worthy play, plus 0.5. And the last guy we're going to talk about here is going to be on the outside of your screen. 30 coming up to fill. The back's going to have to cut, which means this block by the receiver on 24 becomes more important, and 24 beats it inside to make this tackle as well on a tackle for a short gain. So 54 is going to get the plus 0.5, and 24, that outside corner here, is also going to get the plus 0.5 for the tackles for a short gain. That should be it as far as run defense goes. Reference your guide and make sure you get in touch with us if you have any other questions. Thanks.